We have the privilege of welcoming a remarkable individual whose passion, wisdom, and experience have undoubtedly inspired many in the audience here today. Our seniors voted to invite Mr. Akers to speak to us this evening. Mr. Akers, this does not surprise me. You are North Cross School. Mr. Akers is an accomplished professional who has achieved remarkable success. Prior to North Cross School, Mr. Akers, or Donnie, worked for a big chain restaurant, Chi-Chi's, for a long time. This was in Virginia Beach and the Tidewater area. This is when and where he met his wife, Ann. She's from Virginia Beach. If we could take one moment. Miss Ann, are you here this evening? I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna need you to stand up, please, and we're gonna give you a round of applause. Donnie was then moved to Newport News and then back home again, here to Roanoke. He rose through the ranks and became the general manager. Soon after, he realized he was tired for working for somebody else. Ann and Donnie, along with a close friend, started Confetti's Restaurant and Bar in downtown Roanoke. It had a very successful run for many, many years. Then the rigors of owning a nightclub with bands and partying got old, or quote, I got too old for it, end quote. In total, they owned 3 different restaurants and sold them all. Afterwards, Donnie met a friend at the grocery store, and she asked if he could help her out for a few months at a school, North Cross School. And of course, he said yes. Thus began his tenure in the fall of 2005. He was working for Meriwether Godsey. They used to run our food services, when the finance manager asked if he could run the lunch program. Luckily for us, he said yes. Head of school at the time, Mr. Tim Seeley, agreed for Ann and Donnie to take over the school lunch program, and they have been here ever since. This will be Donnie and Ann's 18th year at North Cross School. A few fun facts. Donnie has been in the restaurant business for almost 50 years. Ann and Donnie have about 85 years of restaurant experience combined. He has been a successful entrepreneur for over 30 years. He gets along with everyone and relates especially well with our students. Donnie has 2 grown children. His daughter teaches at Green Valley Elementary School, and his son has his own business. He is blessed with 5 beautiful grandchildren, one of which will graduate this year from Hidden Valley High School. Finally, quote, from Mr. Donnie Akers, there is no place I would rather be to finish up my working career than North Cross. This is family, this is home, end quote. Without further ado, let us welcome Donnie Akers to the podium. Please join me in giving a warm round of applause.
My goodness, how in the world can I top that? As you guys know, I don't have my hat on, and you probably don't know me like this. So if it's okay with the seniors, I'm not going to put my hat on. I'd like to put our hat on.
Oh.
It's not going to clash, but... You know, there's a few of you when I came here were just little toddlers. I think it was 5 today that were in the Fat Pencil, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But back then we had the big gray serving trays, and we would put the food on the trays for the little kids, and they would wander off to their seats. We would watch, knowing any second it was going to end up in the floor, and at times it did. But it was an interesting time, and I know some of you, I know 3 or 4 of you that were here that I do remember. But our closeness really started in the 5th grade. I used to buy these squirt bottles from Kroger where you squirt the water into your cup of glass and you have flavored water. I kept a whole drawer full of those things at my desk. And it wasn't too long before some of you saw what I was doing. Then you would go get your own glasses of water and you would line up at the desk, come by me, squirt you some little flavoring into your water. Before I knew it, the entire class lined up to get squirt bottles, get water in their glass. And I was making a trip to Kroger's almost every day, and that was just getting a little out of hand. But that was when our bonding actually started. When you moved on to middle school, and I'm talking mainly to these guys, but I know some of you were here too. When you moved to middle school, that's when I started following you in all the events that you participated in, your sports, your plays, your artwork, your musicals, your concerts. I used to attend and support you guys in just about everything that I could. And it meant so much to me to watch you guys progress through each step as you were getting better and better. Over the course of that middle school, 6 through 8, we talked a lot. We kept getting closer and closer and closer. I knew something special was happening with this class. I didn't know quite what, but I knew something special was happening. And then COVID hit. When you guys went into the 9th grade, I believe COVID hit. For 2 years and a few months, we couldn't even have anyone in the cafeteria. And we didn't get a chance to talk, spend much time together, but we set up snacks outside the cafeteria, and you would, of course, come by every now and then and get a snack, and I would be able to say hello, but we didn't really get that close talk that we had been having over the years. So we didn't fall apart, but we were just treading water. And then this year, everything got back to normal. And you guys got to come back into the cafeteria, and we started spending more and more time together and more time, and it was so fun for me to have all you guys back in there. There was a group that would come in every now and then, groups of 3 guys. I'm not gonna call out names, but you know who you were. You'd come in almost every day, and we just chat about anything and everything. That means so much to me that you would trust me to come and talk about things that you probably wouldn't talk to other people about. And that was a big thing with me. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing that. Also see, I've lost my place here, so I'm just going to talk. At the end of lunch period every day, there's a group of girls, 2 or 3, one in particular, that always would come up to me in this class. A lot of you do it in this class, but there was a few that would come up to me and say, Donnie, thank you, hope you have a good day. And you know who you are, and that means more to me than you will ever know, because I really appreciated that small gesture. You gotta remember, when you do something small like that, that goes a long, long ways. So thank you for that. I would be the international students and the dorm students have added so much to this school and so much joy to me. I have enjoyed getting to know each and every one of you. I've enjoyed listening to the stories about your countries, your customs. It's something that I think is so unique here at North Cross that we get to do that. And for all you international and dorm kids, I know it's been a tough life away from home, but you're loved here by all of us, especially by me. And I just couldn't be more proud than have gotten to know every one of you. Thank you so much for that. Okay, I'm a little bit off key here, but when I was your age, I had goals and dreams. They can be one and the same, or they can be different. I think my goal when I was 18 years old was to have a good job, take care of my family, be successful, and leave a mark on this world, however big or small. My dream was always to teach and coach, because I was an athlete in school and I wanted to teach and coach. That's all I wanted to do. That was my dream. Some things got in the way. Life sometimes throws you for a loop, and it will happen to you guys too as you head on into the new adventures you're about to partake. You're gonna have roadblocks. You're gonna have failures, but don't stop. Keep pushing towards that goal, towards that dream. Because 52 years after my dream, I'm here with all of you. I teach you guys by being nice to you, by you being nice to me. I coach you guys when you come in and talk to me with your problems. I give you advice. And I'm a part of a school exactly where I wanted to be. My dream has come true, and if you keep pushing, yours will also. The third thing I wanted to mention, there's people that are going to be more qualified than myself to talk to you guys about what's going to happen when you head to college. My one message is I want you to be safe. Most colleges have an orientation, and they all talk about what's going to happen on and off campus. I want you guys to listen to what they say when it comes to the safety part, because it's going to possibly one day save your life or the life of a friend. Just don't ever assume that everything's fine. When you travel in a pair or in groups, when you go out to nightclubs, which you will eventually, never, ever, ever leave a friend behind. Don't assume because you're ready to go home and they're with other people that they're going to be okay. Don't leave your friend behind. You know what could happen. We know what could happen. Just take care of yourself. Take care of each other. If you ever find yourself alone, something I did with my daughter when she went back to get her teaching certificate, she would call me on the phone when she left at night heading to her car. And we would stay on the phone talking until she got to her car. She got in her car and she started up and was headed home. Now, I know you can't call your parents when you're at college, but you surely could call a friend when you're out alone by yourself. Don't take that for granted. Please be safe, because we all want you to come back. Be safe. So now it's come to this. Tomorrow I'm going to say my final goodbye to you guys. It's going to hurt. Tomorrow will be my 19th graduation. Each class is special to me, and each graduation is very emotional. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt me immensely. And each class that leaves here takes a little piece of my heart as they go. But you guys, class of 2023, you're not taking a little piece. You're taking a big chunk, because you guys are that special to me. Don't feel slighted, because you guys are very special too. Very special. And each memory we have will last forever. I'm gonna miss you guys immensely. I have enjoyed getting to know you, following your careers here, and I will follow you in college, as I have past graduates that have left here. But Of all the classes since I've been here, don't take this wrong, because you're next. But you guys with me are number one. You're the best, and you always will be. I wish all of you nothing but the best in the future. There's a saying I used to say, I wish you calm seas, blue skies, and a strong wind to sail by as you sail into your future. I'm gonna miss you. I love you guys. Thank you.